Hello one and all, this is Longjuable, and welcome back to Let's Play The Sims. When we last left off, Bob and Betty were on holidays, basically doing the same crap that they do at home. So, what to do now? Basically, when you're on holiday... Sorry about that. This is basically it. I keep saying basically now, but you're paying to go on holiday just to be on holiday. That's about it. There's nothing else to it. In Sims 2, the holiday expansion pack has something to it, but in Sims 1, no. This is about it. So, the main achievement, the main goal I have for this holiday is to hopefully get Bob and Betty back together. Hopefully to get them into that same bed, and yada yada yada. Okay, as you can see there's a red, okay, I'm colorblind, but there's a red, there's a yellow, there was a black number in a kind of yellow background that said 8. Those are tickets. What to do, you know, I'm completely off form today. Mouse! What's wrong with this mouse? Okay, my mouse is not working. I'm not going to turn off the audio now. I'm just going to keep talking until... Turn on. There we go. Mouse not working. Okay, there we go. Now, as I was saying... No. Okay, my mouse isn't working. Why do you want to be such a dick? Come on. The sound of me slamming... that noise you hear is the sound of me slamming the mouse. Mr. Mouse, why don't you want to work? Okay, if this keeps going, I might have to end the video. Great. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. Apparently my mouse's battery ran out of battery. Okay, seems like I'm a bit off form today. Don't know what I'm saying nor doing. So I'll get Bob up and we'll continue trying to get Bob and Betty together. So that's my main goal for this holiday, is to hopefully get Bob and Betty back together. I'm repeating myself now. Betty, if you need to go to the toilet, go. You don't need to go to the toilet. Just, no, Betty, stop. Okay, now Bob's going to be a big cranky dick. Come on, Bob, hurry up. No, you stop, Betty. I'm going to have to turn off anonymity, or this is my crappiest. No, okay, pause. Okay. Now. There. Usually I would retake this audio because this is poor form even by my standards. But this time I just couldn't be bothered. Okay, there we go. That's good. Yes! This is quite an achievement for me. Bob and Betty are finally in love with one another. Okay, so I'll get Betty to start doing the interactions to Bob. An intimate hug. Since they're finally in love, they're finally in a relationship, I suppose. No, we can't see because of that stupid planting an awing or something like that. Now, Betty, what's going on? You're not... Okay, your hygiene's pretty low, but you do not need to go to the toilet. Okay, so, do I have anything to talk about? Not really. So this is basically The Sims, as I've said 3 or 4 times in the past. Now, this is the last thing I'll do because passionate is quite extreme. Now, here we go. Bob and Betty are both in good moods, if you can see here. 3 and 4. Yes! Oh, and the music just proves how amazing I am. Okay. Okay. Oh! Bob's 100 with Betty, and Betty is 177 with Bob. Let's keep going. Ask. How do you get married? Are they married straight off, or do you get married? I can't remember. I'll find out anyway. So I'll try one more thing. I'm being very experimental today, so let's try just fiery. This is the last thing I'll try now, because Bob and Betty are definitely going to start bickering at each other soon. Yeah, there we go. Oh, horrible mistake by me. Horrible. Okay, I'll take that as an indication that I should get back to what I was normally doing. Okay, Bob, you get food. Betty, on the other hand, you better take a shower and go to sleep. So that didn't work out well. Bob is now down to 85.95 and Betty is now 85.72. That was not good. Not good at all. Okay, so let's just speed this up. Okay, we have to check out in 1 hour, but I believe that we're going to stay one more day. At least one. No, don't check out. With the checkout system, what happens basically is the day after that the day after you come, you have 1 day after you check out. No, after you check in. So once you check in, you have a day. So come that time next day, you have to check out, like now. So I have 1 hour to check out. And if you don't check out, you are billed for another day. So it's basically restarting the cycle again. Okay. Betty now. Where's the music coming from? I don't know. Okay, Betty, you can go to sleep. Bob, on your hand. Bob could eat. And then after that you can use random toilet in another room. That's one thing that I didn't like too much about this. That Sims 1 is that even though they're different rooms, there's plenty of rooms in the place. First off, you're allowed to go into any room you want. They're not locked at all. So it's kind of strange how two muscly men have sat beside Bob now. Bob, yeah, there we go. The management assumes that you want to stay another night, charging your account. That's good. So two muscly men sit beside Bob, and Bob is not having it because Bob is not muscly, and he doesn't have a full head of hair either, so it's not good for Bob. So Bob's going to go to the toilet now, and then I suppose then we'll start making Bob do some strange stuff. Okay, what can he do? I suppose he can talk to some of the locals. You can talk to Chuck. Ask Chuck about his interests. Benny, on the other hand, is sleeping. What a waste of your holiday. It's 11 AM in the morning. What were you doing up all night? Now, Bob, let's speed this up a bit. As you know, if you've been watching, I do not like speeding up the gameplay, but... Oh, hey. Bob, what happened to Chuck? Bob got Chuck mixed up for a different woman. I suppose Chuck looks very feminine. That's another thing I didn't like about Sims 1. It is my angry LP, so I gotta discuss things I didn't like. Yeah, that's right. Squirt, Chuck. See, he earned 8 tickets or whatever. 8 tickets, yeah, I'll say tickets. But that's another thing. The default swimming wear in The Sims 1 are these pink Speedos. So, if you're anyway like me, or anyway like a normal human being, the only enjoyment you get out of this is because you shouldn't get any enjoyment out of it, but I suppose it's kind of funny, but the only way that you can get normal swimming trunks is if you send your sim into town to buy normal swimming trunks. But if you're like me, you're going to be too lazy. Okay, Betty's nearly up, and Betty's in a pretty good mood. Bob isn't. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do now is get Bob into a good mood so that when Betty gets up, we'll be able to continue with the love affair. I've been kind of thinking, should I save before all these interactions? Part of me is kind of going, yeah, you probably should, because this is taking way too long to get them back together. But part of me is also thinking, no, don't be a dick. This is an LP. You're supposed to... Whatever happens, happens, and you gotta leave it. And I think I'm going to follow the second one. Whatever happens, happens, because that's a bit more interesting, I suppose. It's not Pokemon, it's not whatever. So... whatever happens, happens. Okay, so the only thing I can do then is to try my best to make sure that they're both in good moods when I start making them do stuff with each other. That's right, I'm going to make Bob and Betty do stuff to each other. Okay, so let's see the relationship. It's not bad, you know. Compared to everyone else that they know. Oh, yeah. Still hates Mortimer, apparently. But compared to everyone else they know, that the relationship is pretty high. Except Joshua. Oh, God. Completely forgotten. Joshua's that friend. If I don't keep in contact with Joshua, they're going to lose him as a friend. Well, the relationship seems pretty good anyway. But the minute Bob and Betty get home, I can tell that Joshua's going to start getting angry. Okay. So, I suppose we can speed this up. Betty in an amazing mood. Bob is not in a great mood anymore. Okay, whoa. There's meant to be a TV in here, isn't there? Pretty sure there was a TV usually. Bob, you can dance to music, I suppose. I don't want to go too far away because Betty because I want to get him doing stuff with Betty as fast as possible. Yep, you heard what I said. So Bob, yep, go over and dance. Let's watch this now while we wait for Betty to use the toilet. That is! No, Bob. Well, Bob's comfort's low, so... But apparently he doesn't want to dance. Okay, Bob is in a decent mood, and Betty is in a decent mood, except Betty is complaining that I woke her up. No. You have a wife, Bob. You don't need any other women in your life. Oh, I love this song. Go on, Bob. Show him! Okay, that's enough of that. Betty must be about finished by now, is she? No, she's in between it. Okay, Bob likes dancing during the interlude between songs. Okay, there we go. Betty washes her hand like me. I wash my hands a good bit. Wouldn't say it's OCD, but I do like having clean hands. I know I sound like a freak, but I do like... Okay, Bob, where are you going? Bob, you've already eaten. But just on the whole washing hands thing, I don't do that much. I just don't... I hate the feel of greasiness. As most people do, I hope. I hope I'm not the only creep in the world. Okay, here we go. Yes! Double, come on. Yes! We got the double. Okay, Bob's back in love with Betty. Now... That's the thing, after a while, the relationship just completely becomes a bunch of romantic interactions like this. There's no talking anymore, there's no discussion, it's just this. That was nice, wasn't it? Bob immediately going off for food then. Okay, I suppose we'll continue to make Bob interact with Betty because Betty's in the better mood. And since they're both basically the same relationship now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, success. It looks very creepy. A very creepy kiss, yes. Let's call it that. There we go. There's a creepy kiss. That was good, wasn't it? Good job, lads. Okay, Bob immediately off for food again. Okay, Bob is 100 with Betty. That's very good now. Betty is 191 with Bob. That is quite... This is quite an uproar, isn't it? Now, we're going to make Bob put another interaction on Betty. Another passionate kiss. Let's see if this works out. Ooh, double. Okay. Yes. Everything seems to be working now. Oh, and we're coming to the end of this episode. So, hopefully now... Let's see. Only 92. Okay. Cool. And they're both going off to play games now. But hopefully, in the next episode, finally Bob and Betty are going to get it on. Sounds very creepy, but I suppose that's the only thing... That's the only thing you want them to be this high relationship for. I suppose they could get married if they're not already married. But whatever. I'm completely rambling on. I've made myself out to be a tool. I've made Bob and Betty out to be a tool. I've made this whole series out to be a tool. So, whatever. This has been Long Enjoyable, and see you next time!